Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the untold stories of the world's indigenous people. In today's video, we delve into the mysterious origins of Native Americans and their connection to the Asian peoples. Join us as we explore the fascinating genetic and biblical evidence that reveals the ancestral roots of these diverse and vibrant cultures. Have you ever wondered where the indigenous peoples of the Americas truly come from? What if I told you that their origin can be traced back to the pages of the Bible? Today, we uncover the intriguing connections between Native Americans and the descendants of Japheth and Ham. So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed by the untold stories of these remarkable peoples. If you are already a subscriber, we genuinely appreciate your support. Leaving a like encourages us to continue producing weekly videos based on scripture for you. However, if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to watch our video until the end. If it resonates with you, consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss out on upcoming content. Join us for another exciting video on our channel. According to some interpretations of the Bible, the genetic origin of the indigenous peoples of the Americas, Siberia, and Russia can be traced back to one of the descendants of Japheth, the son of Noah. The specific offspring responsible for giving rise to the indigenous peoples is Targama, the son of Gomer, who is one of the sons of Japheth. Targama is the ancestral father of both the indigenous peoples of the Americas and the Asian peoples, particularly the natives of Siberia. He is positioned as the second ancestral father among the tribes descending from Ham, who is the father of the black peoples. Genetic tests have indicated that the primary and predominant origins of the indigenous peoples of the Americas and Russia, specifically Siberia, can be traced back to the Asian peoples, who are descendants of Targama. Targama is primarily associated with the Native Americans and serves as their ancestral father. This genetic fact is not only evident in DNA but is also reflected in the physical appearance of indigenous peoples. Their distinct features, such as slanted eyes and dark, straight hair, clearly indicate their Asian origin through Targama's descent. However, the descendants of indigenous peoples are not solely the offspring of Targama, the father of the Asian peoples. The presence of dark or brown skin tones with various shades of light brown can be attributed to the descent from one of the tribes of Ham, the black peoples. Thus, indigenous peoples are a mixture of both Targama and Ham. It is worth mentioning that the name Targama itself has linguistic etymology, referring to broken or pulled, which is an allusion to the slanted eyes of his descendants. Moving on, the second father of indigenous peoples is undoubtedly Ham, as many of them possess brown and dark skin tones associated with Hamitic descent. Therefore, indigenous peoples are a blend of Ham and Japheth, or more specifically, Ham and Targama. The presence of brown and light brown skin tones is commonly observed among indigenous peoples. Another characteristic that points to the Hamitic origin of indigenous peoples, such as the Mayans, Aztecs, and Incas, is the distinct presence of the Negroid nose in their sculptures. This trait is not limited to the indigenous peoples of the Americas but can also be observed in other indigenous populations. An intriguing fact worth noting is the existence of the Khoisans, a tribe in Africa known for their slanted eyes and variations in skin tones, with some individuals having lighter complexions compared to other Africans. This suggests a strong genetic influence from the Hamitic tribe and highlights the connection between indigenous peoples and the Asian peoples descended from Targama. This similarity can also be observed among the native peoples of Siberia, who share striking resemblances with Asians, characterized by their slanted eyes, fair skin, and straight, dark hair. Furthermore, there is another ethnic group that shares similar characteristics with Asian peoples. This is due to the common origin of indigenous peoples and Asians. Specifically, indigenous peoples descend from the Targama peoples, who are also present in North America. Among Native Americans, some individuals have fair skin, while others have darker skin tones, and their facial features may bear resemblance to black people. However, their hair remains dark and straight. Interestingly, in some Asian peoples of Siberia, red hair can even be found. When looking at an image of a child with such features, one may naturally question whether they have Asian or Indian origins, as there is a striking similarity. If we were to dress this child in traditional Japanese geisha attire, they could easily be mistaken for a Japanese child. An interesting fact is that all indigenous peoples, regardless of their geographic location, such as American Indians and Siberian natives, share a similar basic structure in the construction of their huts and houses. This demonstrates a close connection between these people who come from different tribes. According to biblical tradition, the indigenous tribes are believed to have dispersed throughout the Americas and other regions, originating from Targama and one of the Hamitic tribes. Another curiosity that connects them to Asian peoples is the presence of slanted eyes and extremely straight and dark hair. In addition, another aspect that brings them closer to African peoples, who descended from Ham, is that all indigenous peoples have drums and instruments that are reminiscent of African cultures. Another point that connects them to the Asian descendants of Targama is the use of instruments such as the flute, which indicates a close and shared origin among virtually all indigenous peoples. The flute is a prevalent instrument in Asia, with several similar or related instruments found in other regions. Take a close look at an indigenous child and observe their features, hair, slanted eyes, and skin tone. Now compare and notice the similarities with another child of Asian origin. The resemblance is striking. This indigenous child could easily pass for a Filipino child, as some Asian countries have received influences from the indigenous peoples. However, in the case of indigenous peoples, their origin can be traced back to Japheth and Ham, specifically to Targama and one of the tribes of Ham. I hope you enjoyed the video about indigenous peoples and their origin as described in the Bible, from the book of Genesis, chapter 10. Please leave a like to support the channel and help spread this series on the origins of peoples. Comment below and let us know if you have indigenous descent. Many peoples in the Americas have this ancestry. Practically all Brazilians, for example, have indigenous ancestors. There are also many peoples in North America with this heritage. So, leave your comment and feel free to suggest which people you would like to see represented next in our series on the origin of peoples according to the Bible. See you soon.